This is a video on economics for the students of class 12, and we were discussing about the elasticity of demand. Let us continue with our previous learning. Now in the previous video we have learned about how to calculate the elasticity of demand. Now we should remember that there are three ways or three methods of calculation of price elasticity of demand. Now one of them is your percentage method. Now in the previous class we had discussed about how to calculate elasticity of demand with the percentage or the proportionate method. Now in extension to that, today we'll be reading about what are the coefficients or what are the various degrees of price elasticity of demand. So the first one is your perfectly inelastic demand. Now what is perfectly inelastic demand? This occurs when to a percentage change in price there is no change in quantity demanded, which means that when the demand of a commodity does not change even though there is the change in its price, so in such cases the demand is said to be inelastic. Now if you see the example here, the price has been lowered from 15 to 10, but the demand continues to remain 10. When the price was increased to 20, even then the demand is remaining constant. That means irrespective of whether the price is increased or decreased, the quantity demand remains the same. Now this happens in case of your life-saving drugs or medicines, you can say, because these are essentials of life. You need a prescribed amount of medicine that you are using. You cannot decrease the usage according to your income. Whatever is the price, you have to pay for that good. If the price of the medicines increases, even then you need 2 tablets. Even if the price is decreasing, then also you need 2 tablets. So irrespective of increase or decrease in price, you continue to use the same quantity of good as prescribed. So if you see the demand curve, even if the price is increasing from 15 to 20, the demand is 10, and even if the price has been lowered, if the price of the medicine has been lowered, here also we see the demand continues to remain same. Now if you see, there is a similarity, or you can say that your demand curve is parallel to the y-axis. So this is one of the feature of perfectly inelastic demand. So in case of perfectly inelastic demand, your demand curve lies parallel. This pink line is your demand curve. This line is parallel to your y-axis. So this is perfectly inelastic demand. Second is inelastic demand. Now inelastic demand is when a change in price leads to less than proportionate change in the demand. Then in such cases the demand is said to be less elastic or inelastic. Now this happens when the change in price is more. If you see the difference between the initial price and the present price is 8 by 8, so 10 minus 2 is 8, so the change is more, whereas the change in quantity demand is just 1 unit. So the proportionate change in price is more compared to the change in the quantity demand. In such cases, our elasticity of demand, the value that when we calculate it by percentage method, our values will be between 0 to 1, that is 0.25 or 0.7, this way. So in such cases we can say that the demand is inelastic. Now third one is our unit elastic demand. Now unit elastic demand is when the percentage change in the price is equal to the percentage change in the quantity demanded. That means the proportionate change in the price of a commodity equally changes or equally increases the quantity demand of that particular commodity. Now if you see here, the price has been decreased from rupees 5. That means with every fall in price by 5 rupees, the change in demand also increases or decreases by 10. Now if in this case you see there is a fall by 5 rupees, so the demand has increased by 10 units. That means the proportionate change is equal. If you calculate the percentage change will be equal. Even if you see the diagram, it is a straight line which forms actually 45 degree. If you see this triangle, it is actually making an exactly 45 degree of angle. It also forms your rectangular hyperbola. Now, if you see the unitary elastic demand curve, it is straight downwards and sloping, which is actually forming your 45 degrees. So this is your unit elastic demand. Fourth is your elastic demand. Now, elastic demand is when a change in the price leads to a more than proportionate change in the quantity demanded. Now, demand is said to be elastic or more than unit elastic. Now, unit elastic is 1. When we say unit elastic, we actually mean the demand is 1. Now, when the change is more than 1, then we say that the change is elastic in nature. Now, when percentage change in the price, when compared to the percentage change in the quantity demand, the change in the demand will be more than the change in the quantity change in the price. Now, if you say the price has been increased just by 1 unit, so initially it was 10, the price has been decreased to 9. So there is a fall by 1 unit, but the increase in the demand of the commodity is by 20 units. That means the percentage increase in the demand is comparatively higher than percentage decrease in the price or percentage change in the price. So such kind of cases, we say the demand to be elastic in nature. In this case, we usually see that the elasticity of demand is greater than 1, and even the diagram, you see that the demand curve is a little flatter. It's sloping downwards. Definitely demand curve is always sloping downwards, but it's a little flatter towards the downward slope. Now this is your elasticity of demand. Perfectly elastic demand, when the demand for a commodity increases or decreases with any extent without any change in the price. So without any change in the price, the demand is changing. So in this condition, we call it to be perfectly elastic demand. Now if you see the table also, the price is continuing to remain the same, but the demand for the commodity is changing. Where the quantity demand keeps on changing, the price continues to remain the same. The coefficient of price elasticity of demand in this condition is called infinity. So there is the coefficient of change is infinity. Now if you see, this kind of condition happens only during your perfectly competitive market, where there is lot of companies which actually compete with each other. With the introduction of various external factors, there might be increase or decrease in the demand of your good, but though the price of the commodity has continued to remain the same. So this kind of situation, we have perfectly elastic demand curve. One of the features of the perfectly elastic demand curve is it lies horizontal to your x-axis. So this is your perfectly elastic demand curve. Now before winding up this video, let us discuss a sum with an overall view of whatever we've read till now. Now if you see this example we've discussed in the previous video also, the price of the rice is falling from rupees 5 to rupees 4, whereas the demand is increasing from 10 kgs to 20 kgs during a month. Now we also have to comment on the elasticity of demand. Now the process is same. With the use of your percentage method, we can calculate the elasticity of demand. Now remember, I've told you that though elasticity of demand is negative, we write it as positive because it already creates a negative relationship. So we are actually into negative becomes your positive. Now if you see, our elasticity of demand is 5. Now we know that when your elasticity of demand is greater than unit, it is called your elastic demand, or we call it perfectly elastic demand. Now that means when your elasticity of demand is greater than 1, so it's 5 is greater than 1, it's greater than your unit elastic. Therefore we can say that rice has an elastic demand and it is a normal good for this household. So this is how we write comment on elasticity of demand depends on your calculation. In the next video, I'll be discussing few more problems or different kinds of problems on elasticity of demand and two other different methods, which are basically the theoretical concept. We'll be discussing about the other two methods of calculation of elasticity of demand. That's it. Thank you for today.